Baby TIE Fighter is back, ready for some more space blasting action with another version of Beamrider, this time for your Intellivision. And it has some different label art from the 2600 version, but it's still pretty cool nonetheless. So let's go ahead and take Beamrider, let's pop it in my Intellivision and see how it holds up today. Let's go to the game. Beamrider was published by Activision and carries a copyright year of 1983. The Intellivision version was actually the first version of the game and was programmed by David Rolfe, who had also worked on the Atari 2600 port, which I recently reviewed in episode 522. Apparently, David got the idea for the game while looking at a grid of some acoustical tiles on a ceiling. The manual opens with the following: the restrictor shield, 99 sectors deep, now surrounds the Earth. You are the Beamrider, thrust from your space station on a mission to clear the shield. There you must demolish an onslaught of aliens as you dodge from beam to beam. Beamrider is a behind-the-back space shooter for 1 to 4 players alternating and has one standard mode of difficulty. The overlay is not super necessary, but it does show you that you use the disc to move left and right, the upper side buttons for lasers, the bottom side buttons for torpedoes, the 1 through 4 buttons to select the number of players, and either press the 1 and 9 buttons or the 3 and 7 buttons to pause the game. Your goal in each sector is to destroy 15 white enemy saucers. A counter on the top left of your screen tells you how many you have left. Next to the counter is your torpedo count, of which you get 3 per sector. Thankfully, your lasers are unlimited and can take out the enemy saucers. Once you defeat all 15 saucers, a sector sentinel shows up that can only be destroyed with a torpedo. It is not necessary to defeat him, but if you do, you will earn bonus points based on the number of ships you have left in reserve. Once the sentinel moves off the screen or is defeated, you move on to the next sector at increased difficulty. Sometimes new enemies and obstacles will show up as you progress. Yellow chirpers can be destroyed for points just like the saucers. For both enemies, their point value increases as you progress through the game. Other obstacles like brown space debris, green blocker ships, and green bounce crafts can only be destroyed by a torpedo, but since your torpedoes are limited in supply and are needed to destroy the sentinel, you are best served simply to avoid these types of obstacles. From time to time, yellow rejuvenators will show up. Touching one will get you an extra life, but if you shoot it, it will turn into a deadly red projectile. When the game was released, if you made it to Sector 20, with a score of 60,000 points or more, you could send a picture of your TV screen to Activision for a Beamrider's patch. Graphically speaking, this is a nice looking game with a really cool grid background. I even like how the laser kind of sparks on the tip of your ship until you shoot it. The sound effects in the game were also very good. Family friendly wise, the game would most likely get an E for everyone rating if released today. Currently at pricecharting.com, the game has a value of $17 loose, $20 complete, and $40 new. So what do I think of Beamrider for the Intellivision? This is a really solid title for the system. It has a very cool look, a good challenge, and controls pretty well. Although there were times my ship went over 2 beams when I only wanted to move over 1. And my hand did hurt after a while using the Intellivision controller, but those are minor gripes, and overall this is a very enjoyable game. So where am I going to rank Beamrider? This one is going in my top 10. I do like the first-person space action of Blockade Runner more at 7, as well as the fun action of another Activision game, Worm Whomper at 8, but I do like Beamrider more than the fun Whitewater at 9. So out of the 33 games I've now ranked on the Intellivision, Beamrider's blasting away at the 9th position. Beamrider brings some solid space shooting action to your Intellivision, but that's just my opinion. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Also, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow you both on the Facebook and the Twitter. Check out some of my many other videos and sign up at patreon.com/nosforgamer, just like Michael T did, to support the show and gain access to exclusive perks. Thank you for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care, everybody.